Who we got on the phone? Is this Tim?
Hey.
Is this Tim Elliott? Congratulations, buddy.
Yeah, this is him. Thanks, I appreciate it.
You're talking to Matt Serra and Jim Norton, and I watched your fight. Very well done, sir.
Yeah, good fight, Tim. Good fight, man.
Man, honestly, I felt like all my fights in the house were. I didn't really get to show all my skill set. I struggled with the weight cuts every time. But I was lucky enough to have my coaches, and they helped pull me through, and I ended up coming out on top. But wasn't real happy with any of my performances on the show, really.
Hey, let me ask you a question, Tim. This was so many guys who have fought well for other companies, and the winner gets a fight with Demetrius Johnson. How did you find out you were doing this, or how did they approach you about doing this? Because it was kind of a different setup for the house.
Well, I heard about it. I heard they were going to have tryouts. So I bought a plane ticket to fly out to Vegas and do the tryouts. And then I think 2 days later, I found out that they weren't holding tryouts. So I had to eat the cost of a plane ticket, which wasn't much, but still, when you're a broke fighter, a couple $100 can go a long way. So then I thought maybe they weren't going to do the show. So I kind of, let it go. And then my manager told me that they were going to do it and that it was an invite and that I was going to be one of the guys that got invited. At the time, I didn't want to do the show. My manager didn't really want me to do the show. He thought that I would just get signed if I didn't do the show. But, I saw that the winner was going to get a chance to fight for the title, and I thought that was the easiest route to the finale. So, I just kind of bit the bullet and went out to Vegas and, left my family and my friends for 7 weeks, and it all kind of panned out.
Hey, man, it's all about seizing opportunities, Tim. If anybody knows, what you're feeling right now and what you're going through, it's going to be me, buddy, because I've been there, pal. And the huge...
Man, I know. I'm hoping to follow in your footsteps, honestly.
Oh, thanks, man. I mean, listen, dude, this is the game. This game's made for upsets, man. It's made for upsets. Everybody and their mother. Guys, friends of mine were nervous for me. Were looking at me like I already lost before I fought St. Pierre that time. And I really just didn't give two shits, man. You control your own destiny in there. Nobody is in there fighting. And all the critics in the world, everybody, they're not in there, man. It's you and it's Mighty Mouse, man. So how hyped up are you for this, man? Are you living your Rocky movie right now?
Man, I'm super stoked. I'm extra hyped. And like you said, I feel like I've already won. The show's over. I get a set amount of pay. I make the same whether I beat Demetrius or I lose to Demetrius. So honestly, man, I feel like I've already won. I have nothing to lose. It's it's just all about going out and having fun and performing. And if I go out and I have a good time, then that's all that matters. I've been beat so many times. I'm not a guy who's scared to lose. It's not an issue for me. Mostly, I just want to put on a show and perform, and I know that I can do that.
Let me ask you a question too, Tim. Your fighting style, watching you, and I mean really, really similar to Dominic Cruz. Was he a guy that you studied, or is that just naturally the way you decided to fight? Like the way you kind of lean in your feints. There was even one moment where you went to throw something and you backed up and kind of walked away, and it was not even a punching moment, and it was so much like Cruz. I'm like, this guy must have loved Dominic Cruz.
Well, actually, man, there was a time in my pro career where I was 0-2-1. I didn't have any wins yet. And I got lucky enough. Somebody was saying that Dominic Cruz was needing some training partners. So I actually went to help him get ready for Scott Jorgensen. I stayed in the top of his gym for 2 months. And, he just beat the hell out of me every day. And then, the last week I was there, I thought, I'm just going to try to mimic him and do what he's doing to me. And when I did that, I was getting hit less and I was landing more. So it changed my style immediately. And, it's not exactly like Dominic's. I'm not quite as athletic as he is or quite as strong as he is. But I kind of found my own way about it. But, yeah, he plays a huge role in, my abilities and how I got to where I am now.
Yeah, it's the lean-ins. It was really, really reminiscent of him. And there was something you said in one of your interviews where you said, look, and you were very honest. I enjoy watching you because, you're not a guy who's trying to come off anyway. You said, look, there's guys in this house who I probably could have been beaten by, but I think that I can give Demetrius or the best fight out of anybody in this house. And then I watched that fight and I'm like, I wonder if you're saying that because one of his only 2 losses is to Dominic Cruz and you have such a similar style. Did that have anything to do with you saying that?
Yeah, for sure. The thing is you're not going to out-teach out technique Demetrius Johnson, or at least I'm not. I know that. I'm not going to out martial arts him. I'm not going to I'm not going to be a better athlete than he is. I'm not going to be as fast as he is. I'm not going to be as strong as he is. But, it's not a technique off. It's not a martial arts competition. It's a fucking fist fight, and I can fight. So, I'm super excited. I think this is a perfect matchup for me. I've fought guys that are kind of similar to Demetrius Johnson and, John Dodson. That was my first fight in the UFC, and I was super green, and I was barely able to throw a punch. So now I've been working with James Krause for so long. Like, my striking is on point with all my other shit now. So I feel like I'm finally a complete fighter, and that's just now happening for me.
Yeah, I mean, you have fought in the UFC, which I think gave you definitely an advantage. Or at least of all the fights he could take, I would say yours might be the toughest because you fought some of the guys he's fought. And it must be weird, like, you're one of you're under Benavidez and they're the co-main event. You know what I mean? It's got to be very rare that somebody, when you, and Matt, was it the same for you? I don't know why I just asked like that. Was it the same for you? My first time interviewing anyone. When you fought, who was the co-main?
My co-main was when I fought for the title. It was I believe it was Koscheck versus Diego Sanchez.
Who were the coaches for the house?
Oh wait, what are we talking about?
When you fought you had the same thing. You came out of the house and fought.
No. We had no coaches because we were already vets from the UFC. We were veterans, so we kind of had like guys like Randy Couture. GSP was actually one of the guys helping us out in there, showing us some stuff, and so we had a bunch of guys that would help us along. But it was a little bit different circumstance than these guys had, coaches and whatnot. But I'll tell you what, Tim. What is interesting is you knew who you were going to be getting at the end of all this. This guy, I mean, Mighty Mouse had a lot of different guys to be like, yo, I mean, did he get a notice? Did he get notice that you won the show?
He had to.
I'm sure he knew. I think he thought that I was going to win the show to begin with. But yeah, he was there at the end of the show. We got to do our stare down and everything after I fight Hero. So, and he talks about it during this episode tonight. He talks about, tells Dana that he thinks that I'm the guy that's going to win it. So I think he knew kind of from the very beginning.
I'm a moron.
It's no surprise to him, I don't think.
You know what?
I'm not a moron.
No, you know what? I'm thinking, and they were at the. Know what happened though? The show comes on tonight because we do this a day.
You're thinking it was live, right?
No, what I'm thinking is Mighty Mouse was there right before the end of the fight. Chris, the producer's damn laptop cut out. I'm throwing him under the bus. So we watched the thing a day early, me and Jimmy. So Jimmy saw it. So your fight. So I saw your fight up until the end. I knew you won, but I didn't see the very end with you with the stare off and this and that. Right? And 100% blame our producer. You don't know him. His name's Chris.
We said, where's the rest of the fight? And Chris said, you've seen all I feel you need to see, which I felt was not fair of him to do.
It could be quite harsh, this guy.
Yeah, you're the main event for, let's just say, the Ultimate Fighter 24 finale, the Tournament of Champions. It's Saturday, December 3rd in Las Vegas. And it's the FS1 main card at 10 p.m. It's you against Mighty Mouse for the Bantamweight, Flyweight Championship.
Flyweight.
Hey, Tim, good luck, buddy.
Good luck, man, okay?
Hey, thanks. I appreciate you guys, man. It's been awesome.
Awesome,
Bye,
Tim. Good luck, bro.